LDLC and NIP. It's the second map coming up. It's Inferno here, DreamHack Winter 2014, and it is the grand final. So welcome to the show if you're just joining us here. NIP, they've got to make this work. LDLC, on the other hand, they just need to win this one map, and they'll be champions of the fourth major in Counter-Strike. And already pretty aggressively up second mid. They're going to be going into apartments, and NIP, they do have two people set up, but two people versus 4 Glocks is not a good call. Middle would be better for NIP right now. They have a more clear setup here.
Yeah, they have a bit of a crossfire going here, so Forrest going to be trying to avoid those flashes, making sure that the apartment push can't come through, but Exist is having to give ground on Arch, and this is giving room to Team-LDLC to work. Exist is feeling the pressure rising, and NBK assassinates him point blank and gets the second headshot on Freiburg, who was desperately trying to stop that push. Get Right, however, up to Get Right things, lurking in the smoke, and Happy has no idea he is here. This could be a big opportunity for him here to do some lethal damage if he can just catch Happy off guard. This could be big, and they're just standing 2 feet away from each other. They have no idea.
This is the Counter-Strike circus. Someone has to see it, and there it is. Get Right comes out, he takes down Happy. That took a long time. It finally came through. 3-on-3, it's the retake for NIP. They have to win this fifth round. They need a strong start, like you said. This is about confidence more than anything else. Forrest getting shot in the back, and NBK is back with another headshot, making it a triple for himself. Pyjamas alone, 1-on-3, he goes down to Smith. And that's a clear round for LDLC. Very nicely handled. Starting in the middle, going through Archway and CT spawn, and then ending up with the B bomb site, and it was NBK who dropped 3 NIP members in that round.
The NBK, exactly. He is definitely the star of that round for LDLC, and we've been saying it all day long. If NBK shows up for LDLC, if he's the one doing a lot of the work, getting those big frags, that's when this team is at its best, when we really do have to worry quite a bit about the Frenchman. So NIP now, despite Get Right's antics, were not able to pick up that strong start, and they have to count on this second round bye. We can see near full CZ75s across the board for them, some armor picked up as well, so they will be able to take a bit of a fight here, but they need to try and catch LDLC off guard with some angle play. They have to try and wait for the close quarter engagement. But LDLC, as far as they're concerned, they know full well what could be waiting for them on the other side on these bomb sites. They're paired up as well, and Banana, they are eventually going to be working their way through, seeing as how that bomb is still floating in mid. So LDLC are really waiting to see if NIP are going to get anxious, if they're going to get antsy and try and push them anywhere. LDLC realize they have all the time in the world. They can just take their time with this.
Freiburg actually has been waited a really long time around Banana. He's just put down the smoke over there, so that's pretty patient play from him. It looked like LDLC don't want to try and go for the smoke. Instead, right now they're wrapping around through Archway. Get Right is waiting. Not going to be easy even to pick up all these kills, but 1 or 2 will do, and they walk right in. There's the one, there's a double! He can't reload, but that's still a great pick off. LDLC trying to run the exact same round that they did in the pistol because it worked last time. Happy is going to take down Forrest. Now Freiburg, they're waiting for you, Freiburg. In the audience, you can hear them chanting. He's going to have to come up big. He's got the pistol, looking for the opening shot, but not going to get it just yet. He's still controlling connector, goes out, and Kyoshima will take him down now. It's on Michael and Exist, 2-on-3. The bomb goes down, and it is looking good for LDLC. Even dropping the first 2 members there, they're in a strong position.
Full spray going out, Happy turning away at the last second, but Michael Lille fails to get the frag, and now it's Exist with 15 HP, decides to back off and hold on to the gear that he has. 1v3, his odds not looking too good, and that bomb is so far ticked that without a kit, he doesn't have much hope to get the defuse, even if somehow he was able to get the frags. So best for him to back off and hold on to this $1,500 worth of merchandise that he's got on himself right now and use it for the next round. But as far as LDLC are concerned, this is still a very solid round for them. Only losing 2 members to a full CZ buy out of NIP is very good work here for the French players. And apart from Get Right, but that is the true danger. That is why you're terrified about trying to close the gap with the teams, because of this right here. Get Right up close and at this range.
And as we saw in the replay, actually, NIP were prepared for something coming out of apartments. They had 1 person in bomb site, 2 down in pit. If the person in bomb site had been over by library, right where we see Michael Lille running by here, then all of a sudden Get Right would have had someone to pair those 2 kills up with. I mean, NIP cannot know that. It's a gamble you take when you set up, you do the setup, you think, well, you have to guess they're going to come from somewhere, and they just ended up choosing wrong. LDLC not rebuying some of these rifles, just going with CZs and the AKs that they have on here. And looks like it's going to be a B, and actually there's a stack going on. NIP have set this trap. Freiburg picks up the kill, Exists with the follow. This is great for NIP, and Forrest whips in with the kill as well. The bomb is dropped. This is the return that NIP needed. Now, NBK is going to come in, try and see if he can clean up behind his fallen teammates here, but it's not easy with the CZ75, and still a whole host of NIP members just waiting. He can't even take the bomb and run away with it. NIP, the perfect stack in the B bomb site.
The problem here for NBK, he has one bullet left in his gun. Happy has that AK, but does he really want to be giving it away to NIP at this point? This is the real scary thing. Nice play there by Happy, getting boosted up to look through there towards the back line, and that's Freiburg gone from the map, but it's still a 2-on-4 scenario here. And LDLC short on ammo. They're going to try and dash forward to pick up this bomb if they can. The nade to sail in, and Michael has to stand his ground, but they're out in the open. Happy just getting shot from all angles, and he will get overwhelmed.
There's the kill. Exist ending up with a triple. He survives on exactly 4 health. And that's such a big turnaround. LDLC doing great work in the first 2 rounds, but that last one they guessed the wrong bomb site, and that makes such a big difference.
I'm actually really surprised that LDLC would be so impatient as to not just send one man in first, for example. You know, look in, see if what's happening, try and sniff it out before fully committing with the bomb included towards that B site, where there could be a stack. I mean, that's always an option. So LDLC have been very on point with their decision-making so far throughout this tournament. A rare mistake made there, but NIP are certainly happy that they made it. This is a big opportunity now for them to turn the tide.
Now consecutive round wins is the name of the game here for NIP. Stack up the money, force the Frenchmen to eco, just take the confidence away from them and put it on yourself instead. Still plenty of time here, and LDLC now going back towards the middle. They do have the smokes. They might try and cut up the bomb side on the other side with these smokes, as you can tell, throwing them just directly over. They're going to land somewhere in the middle by the pit, and a little pit. Forest waiting down here. M4 in hand. The clock ticks back past the 50-second mark. LDLC waiting for the catalyst. When is it going to go? When are they going to flip off and switch? More grenades raining in, and Michael is going to be the first man to see some action here. Sprays down one, does tremendous damage to NBK as well. Almost killing 2 in that one. Shoxy trying to charge in here, and Exist hears it, but he's going to get shot in the face. They should be able to get the bomb plant here, though. Forrest is up in the graveyard. He takes 2 with him. There's a team kill involved as well, and that's going to be now a 2-on-2. Still a chance here for LDLC.
It's definitely possible here. The bomb plant is going to happen. Forrest is going to take this fight out in the open, but Happy will spray him down, and it's down to Freiburg now. He gets the 1 frag on Happy, but Shoxy is him. It's a 1-on-1 now, and Freiburg has got him boxed in on this site. Shoxy using this pillar perfectly. He cannot get wallbang through this angle, and this takes it there. Freiburg. Shoxy tries to catch him off guard, but Freiburg, he will not be surprised. He lands the shot, gets the kill, and has plenty of time for the defuse. NIP, despite only having 1 man alive at the end of the round, they win a crucial round here and give themselves some control in this half.
The crowd chanting Freiburg's name at the end there. You could hear that in the background, I trust. And you saw the expression of pure relief on Get Right as well. Just, he was feeling that moment. They knew how much they'd accomplished the round before by winning that eco. To throw it away in the next round, that would be painful. But LDLC got the bomb plant. They killed so many members, they know. Even though it seems crazy forcing it up, it's actually not. It's not a bad idea time for LDLC. They can change the outcome of this game very fast just by winning this 1 round. They charge up second mid, and if they caught Michael at that corner, if he'd gone for the repeat and they kept charging, that can be dangerous. So, gotta play defensively here, NIP, but if they win this round 7, then they might be off to a good start anyway.
Exactly. They are going to force LDLC to eco if they take this round. So this is a huge opportunity now for the Swedes to lock this map down. Exist will win the duel versus Happy at Boiler. And there's the start NIP we're looking for. He took minimal damage in that exchange as well. So things are really looking up here for the CT side. As far as LDLC are concerned, it's not looking too hot. Kyoshima will be able to recover that AK, so they do manage to hold on to the rifle to give them a better shot at cracking this site. But this is going to be the A push here out of LDLC. They decide to just run straight up short, but Forrest assassinating them left and right, landing headshot after headshot, and it's going to be a 3rd one. Forrest gets the 4th as well, and there you have it. NIP completely locking down that bomb site.
Nowhere near the end zone for LDLC there. No chance to put down that bomb. Solid and precise work being put in there by Forrest. Super impressive. And it's going to make LDLC think twice. And there we see that smoke that we talked about in the beginning. It's the top of Banana. That's where NIP have decided, that's where we hold. Freiburg by the sandbags. The only problem with Freiburg's position, and it was one that NIP have to take seriously, is that if LDLC realize that this is going on, they can double grenade it down, and you can take a lot of damage. So something Freiburg has to be careful on, something we should try and watch out for as well if it's going to happen or not. They lose Michaelele early on, which is annoying because it's just pistols on the LDLC side. Got to be careful.
Yeah, they definitely. Well, this is also going to force Nip into a bit of an awkward position now because Exist, you can see him taking up a position here by Arch. He needs to keep eyes on this op because it's out in the open. He can't go and get it. They're just going to go jumping towards it. Exist trying to hold the angle with the spray. Not going to get it right, but it is going to be Get Right showing up to lock down the frags. Another one for him. That's 3 total, and he could get a 4th here as well. He will do it. And now it's Get Right's turn. His time to shine. And the 3 key players here for NIP stepping up big. Freiburg with the clutch, Forrest showing that he's still got the aim, and Get Right as well to just shut down that push.
I think NIP have been through matches in this tournament where they've had Get Right being the main carrying force, and they've had some where it's been Forrest as well. But if it ends up being Get Right and Forrest both alive in the same match, that just might be exactly what NIP need. That might be the one thing that actually could overcome LDLC on this Inferno map. Be interesting to see how this unfolds. It's not that much of a lead for NIP just yet, but there is the AWP on Smiths, and now we're waiting. Are they going to try and double grenade Freiburg down? He's falling back. Here's the one they fall in, and Get Right's down to 35. LDLC doing significant damage with that one. It wasn't for Freiburg's position, it was actually for Get Right's this time. But LDLC showing that they've definitely studied NIP and understand how they're holding up there.
Exactly, that kind of nade right there is a dead giveaway. So NIP now put on notice. They're gonna have to be a little bit more careful about how they decide to set up. Can't be quite as cookie cutter. But still, it's actually LDLC's nades that are rather NIP's nades that are more effective versus LDLC. I mean, Happy down to half. LDLC and Kushima both tagged. There's been some damage taken here on the T side, but Michael's position is perfect. A flawless shot onto Shoxy. And once again, NIP with the man advantage here as LDLC try and push towards this A site. It's going to be Exist now holding towards Arch, just dancing on the edge. Doesn't want to fully commit. Smith turns away to avoid the flash, but a great flash in. It's not good enough though. NBK, not blind, will take the kill.
Michaelele's position here, though. Forrest down the pitch, going to pick it up. Michaelele to follow. The bomb is dropped. He picks up the double kill, turns around, and he headshots him right as he comes out the apartments. It's Happy gone. That is so quick for Michaelele, and that's a quad kill. We rightly criticized him on Dust 2. He just didn't show up in time, but that was impressive. This last shot, though, Semler, come on.
That's a thing of beauty. Look at this. Bap turns around.
That's a quick scope if I've seen one.
How many quad kills is that? Like that's a clutch and 3 quad kills in as many rounds. Okay then, NIP. And now that could potentially rock LDLC here. That might start to shake the confidence that they had going into this best of 3 when they saw the map. So I can be pretty sure that LDLC were grinning. Now all of a sudden NIP waking up in some key rounds and getting a lot of momentum here. So let's see how they decide to play with it. So far, not really giving any opportunity here to LDLC. But LDLC, now do they decide to change up the nades? It looks like it. Freiburg about to eat a face full of damage. Down to half health, just like that.
If there had been a follow-up grenade, that could get a little bit tricky. Get Right, smoke. Again, top of Banana is the name of the game here. Freiburg waiting by the cart. A much more difficult position to grenade for LDLC, so it's actually pretty smart. He still has a Molotov, so if LDLC go back to B, and it actually just might, this is going to be a bit of a tricky situation for them because there's not going to be that much time left when they get here. And because Freiburg can put down this Molotov and run back in, it's going to buy so much time. It's a very smart play from Freiburg. He's back in the bomb site again.
There's still 35 seconds left on this clock, however. LDLC do have time. They've got 2 smokes. One of them here from NBK, and this could potentially be used to block off that CT push. Happy's going to be causing a bit of a diversion over here on the A site, but this is going to be a B site push coming in here from LDLC, and Freiburg in position. The crossfire is set. He takes massive damage already. That sets it up, and Kiyoshima and Shoxy will find both frags. The crossfire falls apart for the Swedes, and now the bomb has been planted for LDLC.
That's an impressive take. That's really hard to do what LDLC just did. They walked in with very little time left. They couldn't take that fight forever. Exist does get Shoxy down, but this should still work out in favor of LDLC. This might be the 3rd round that the Frenchmen pick up because they position themselves very well at the moment. MBK holding down here in yellow, and Kiyoshima, they've had a really good setup going on. Kiyoshima does go down, Exist will pick up the kill. MBK takes down one, and happy with the kill as well, and there's that round for the Frenchman. Well handled from MBK. But really the entrance, I think, was what made the big difference. When they pushed in, they had, what, 26 seconds or something? So if they stand and fight forever against Freiburg and Get Right, they just lose the round automatically. So they had to make the choice, and they got those entry frags. It's very cool.
Yeah, I think the fact that Freiburg ate that nade damage early on in the half certainly came back to bite him as well, because as soon as he got tagged down so very low behind new boxes, that changes how he can play. He has to be passive, and then that weakens the crossfire because then Get Right is exposed. So the way that it broke down there really worked LDLC's favor. They had to land the shots, and they did just that. Now LDLC are the ones putting pressure on it, but this is such a back and forth match here on this second map. So very close. It can still go either way, because LDLC aren't quite up to the number of rounds they want to end this half on. They would love to finish around like the 5 to 6 round mark. So NiP are definitely not out of this. They can still lock it down from here on out.
And now if we take a look at Freiburg here, we can actually tell that the smoke that NIP put down this time is all the way at the bottom of Banana. And the reason that is, and maybe LDLC will figure this out themselves, is because NIP then are holding 4 people on the A-bomb site. So again, the smoke is the big key to telling what NIP are up to. And LDLC, they might not have realized, because they are actually pushing into the middle here. If they end up going in for it, NIP should be in a good position.
By this time, though, LDLC can be thinking, okay, they might be rotating that extra man back to B. There is going to be some movement, but instead it's going to be them backing up Michaelele here. And Arch, Get Right is now rotated over towards Library. This is going to be an A side push. Michaelele misses the first shot, but Forrest does not. Happy is gone, and Michaelele point blank, but it's just trades. Left and right, Exist is gone as well. And now it's the man advantage for LDLC pushing onto this site. Exist gets spotted up in Graveyard. He can do nothing to help his teammates. And it's just NIP now down to Freiburg. Last man alive, 1v3. He knows they're tagged, but they've got time to get into afterplant positions here, LDLC. They've got the Triangle of Doom.
Well, this is looking way too good for LDLC. NIP actually won't have money to rebuy. I think Freiburg should try and steal the AWP that was over there on Michaelele and run away, and that's exactly what he plans to do. It's a hard choice to make. I don't mind that he went in and looked for it, because what if he could have picked up one LDLC member? That would have been a 1-on-2, a little bit more reasonable, but as soon as they don't show themselves, he only has one choice. So now this one rifle that they've saved has to come up big, because if LDLC get a free round in the next anti-eco here, that will be horrendous. 5 rounds is enough for LDLC to work with on the first half.
Exactly right. I mean, that is everything here, and now LDLC are starting to get money on their side. It's not out of control yet, but it certainly is something to fall back on if things go south, if NIP start to do some damage again. NIP looking focused. Once again, I mean, they really do have to keep their composure at this point, because they're on the edge. They are right on the edge. What they're going to do, though, is Freiburg is going to drop that AWP to Michaelele, and Michaelele will invest $650 in Kevlar. So you would be able to take a bit of a fight. But again, it is this AWP here, the huge tool for NIP to work with. Oh, they're going to nade Freiburg down again.
He has armor at least, so if he had no body armor, that would have been a much more painful grenade, but sort of works out. Got the stack going on at the A-bomb site. I mean, last time they stacked B and it worked. Maybe luck is with them once again here, and LDLC are going to end up making the wrong choice again.
One thing, it's just such a well-oiled machine there, LDLC. When they walked out, I'm very impressed with how quickly they were able to respond to Exist in his position up in Graveyard as well. I mean, LDLC, so long as they're trading 1 for 1, it's perfectly fine. The fact that they managed to get that man advantage at that point is when it spins out of control for NIP.
Well, LDLC are setting up for the smokes, raining in on towards the truck, and are they going to go for it, or is it all just a fake? It is just all a fake. So they're throwing all the classic smokes that you throw if you wanted to make an A push, and then they run back B. And Freiburg really hears that. Get Right, going to pick up a good kill there on Happy, but this is still on Freiburg. He has to get 2 kills here for this to run. If he just gets 1 in trades, the bomb is going to go down, and they should be able to hold the bomb site. So Freiburg, P250 in hand, he gets the opening one, turns back around, and Forrest is there to help out. NIP's working. Freiburg, he picks up the kill on Smith as well, and it's going to be down to Kiyoshima. 1-on-4. Terrific defense from Freiburg just when they needed him. And this should be NIP's round. LDLC, this is going to be a shocking blow to them. Michaelele picks up the last one. That has a big impact on the game.
Now talk about being predictable as well. They've been landing that nade consistently on Freiburg because he keeps sitting in that one position in the corner at top Banana. In this case, As soon as NIP pick up Happy at that point, they realize, wait, you're alone right now. We know exactly what you're doing. It's you here in this position. When you are here alone, that means that LDLC are going to be, and Forrest instantly starts the rotation. NIP close in, and he's there in position in time to be able to help Forrest, or rather help Freiburg. So this is a huge turnaround here for NIP once again.
Freiburg is currently bottom fragging on the NIP team, but those 2 kills were probably the most valuable kills that anyone on NIP has made so far. That has such a huge impact. They get to steal a bunch of rifles, and they force LDLC to Hiko. There's no bomb plant. It's almost impossible to calculate just how much of a swing that was in favor of NIP. Now, they just need to clear out this half. If they can make this 11-4, there's definitely a chance they can win this game.
Well, I mean, LDLC right now, they have 2 flashes to work with. It's not ideal. And a fresh smoke going down here from Freiburg. It is going to be the flash through the smoke and then the YOLO push in here from LDLC. They're making noise. They're drawing Freiburg out. There's the spray from Freiburg. He gets the headshot. He's going to get overwhelmed. However, Smith is hot on his heels. Get right waiting in the corner is going to spot Smith out, but now he's pinned down. The only problem is that Michael Lely is here now, and he's going to miss his shot, and an instant shot comes out from Kiyoshima.
Get right with 2 kills, still staying alive. 2 bullets left, goes for shocks, and they're both so low on health, 2 and 6 health, and finally, backup is there, and it's Get Right with the quad kill. He gets it at the end. An almost ridiculous battle going on in that B-bomb site. But shows you something, again, about the power of that speed LDLC push. They really don't stop once they get going. And if Get Right had gone down, Mike Lily instantly got shot down as well. LDLC could have very well won that round. They are lethal.
Their turn of speed is impressive, but that right there, like Get Right gets a headshot on a man in pool as he adjusts for Smith. I mean, that is ridiculous performance from Get Right. And it is good to see Get Right playing up the snuff right now. But this is now going to allow for LDLC to get a buy-in after that eco. And the Nip are definitely not exactly out of the woods yet. We'll see how this plays out. LDLC once again gathering up top B. They do not want to be pushing too far forward. That smoke again is down, and this time around NIP are changing it up a little bit, having Get Right hiding behind Carr. This could work to their advantage. He hasn't exactly used that yet. In the meantime, on the other side of the map, Michael Lele picks off Smith, who was trying to peek out from Boiler, and NIP once again have the man advantage.
Winning this round would mean eco for LDLC, so if NIP win it, that is. So things get very interesting here. It could be a big step in the right direction. Good wall bank through, and Get Right's narrowly making it out of there. A little bit scared. Freiburg goes for the reinitiate, and it's going to take down Kiyoshima, avenging the damage being put onto Get Right. It's a 5-on-3. Now NIP just have to sit tight, wait, and it's going to all solve itself. Unless they give easy kills to LDLC now, almost no way the Frenchman can make it in.
You can see that from the positioning here. Exist holding very far back in Arch. He wants them to be fully committed, but 20 seconds left with that Molotov going down, and this is a very wise play here by LDLC. They realize how unlikely it is for them to actually get onto these sites. They can back off now. They will not gain money if they live through the round timer like this. So this is one thing that they have taken into account, but they do still have a reasonable amount of gear on themselves. I mean, 3 flashes, 3 smokes, that's not too bad along with the rifles. Now we have to see what state the money is in for their teammates. Are they going to be able to make another buy out of this?
No, and what this means is they're going to have to use the 3 rifles they saved here to get an entry frag. If that happens, it's really good for LDLC. That's what they need to get right back in it. But if they lose these rifles, then the 3 members that save will have no money, and actually the LDLC economy will be completely skewed for pretty much the rest of the half. So there's a lot riding on this for the Frenchmen to make it work.
Yeah, they are just going to be going for it, really. They realize that they can just keep the pressure up here. If they can get one more round, this would be huge, but a double nade down Banana catches Kiyoshima off guard. Luckily for LDLC, he only had the pistol, but he did have some nades, so that is going to be a bit of a shame there for them.
And luckily for LDLC, Smith wasn't near because he doesn't have body armor. So if he had been even close to that blast radius, it would have been bad. Well, the entry frag again. We know how important that is for NIP. We keep mentioning it, and it always turns out to be true as well. Assist and Mike Kilele both holding on the quad side this time. Bomb being dropped all the way in mid. Just LDLC looking for the one opening that they can use here, and they need it a lot.
Curious of the pressure here, but they're going to try and keep this corner together. Michael Lele, that doesn't stop him from picking up Shoxy out of the air. Get Right holding at Arch will stop MBK from rotating through, and now once again Happy on his own here. for LDLC, hoofing it towards that B site. He could potentially make it here in time as well. Fresh smoke to go down and block off CT spawn. Get right, going to be in position to spray through, but it's going to be Freiburg standing his ground behind the new boxes, stopping Happy Cold. And this is definitely not a situation the in-game leader for the French team can come out ahead in.
I know, he needs to either find a lot of kills, but he definitely has to die before the time runs out here. That is critical. Saving it is a big risk. He could actually run to A right now. I don't think he can get the bomb down in time, but he goes back in and gets himself killed. And actually, as weird as it sounds, that is not such a bad idea, because he couldn't know that no one was hiding over there. If the time runs out and he gets killed afterward, he gets no bonus money for losing, and he just has 0 and no armor, no AK, of course. LDLC in the 14th round, they're forced to eco. You can see Shox and Kyoshima are evening out their own economy by just buying some armor and C-sets, but this is a tough call for LDLC to make right here, but they have to.
They're going to have ample money in the next round, but I mean, of course, this is LDCZ, Anders. We can never count them out. They could go big in this round as well. 5 ZZs on the board, some Kevlar, some flashes. Let's see if they can actually catch Nip off guard. They are patiently waiting outside of the grenade blast radius, so no early damage here taken by LDLC. At least they have that going for them here. Counting on Nip trying to catch them off guard. Not this time. Question is now, where can they actually find a weakness in the Nip defense?
NIP haven't been pushing aggressively at all in this game. There's been no Na'Vi or VP push down the middle. They have hardly been up in the apartments at all, so it's hard for LDLC to really expect this to work out so well. Freiburg waiting on this other smoke. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of flash through here for LDLC, so this could actually work. And backup is kind of far away. Freiburg is kind of alone right now. He's got the Molotov, so if he sees it coming, he might be able to fall back, and he will do just that. Get right trying to help out as well. LDLC pushing up behind this, but Get Right's there to get the first kill. They need this round. The Frenchman, it'd be such a huge win, but Get Right will pick up a following kill before he finally goes down, and then Freiburg is there to help out. It's not looking good right now. They get the kills in, but I don't know if they can hold this bomb site.
They probably can't hold the bomb site, but now they can get a bomb plant, and that is big now for LDLC on an eco round. If they can have a little bit more money going into the 15th round, this is a huge win here for the Frenchman. Mike Nalele through the gap will take out Happy, but now it's down to Kyoshima, last man alive here, 1v3. He gets picked up by Forrest, and NIP regain control of the situation. But I still have to say that that is a very good outcome there for LDLC. The money now is going to be excellent for them. They have all the options going into this last round. They are not strapped for cash, and that's very important considering this is now the 15th round of the first half, the last round in this first half, and LDLC need everything they can get, because the NIP are really showing a very solid performance on this CT side Inferno.
They are, and they have their backs against the wall. They can't make any mistakes right now. They're going to lose the grand finals. It will be 3 Molotovs for LDLC. Could be an indication, actually, that they want to go and just use them to check middle, and maybe also apartments. Michael Kelly, though, charges in, and Smiths will instantly go down. And LDLC, they just wanted to get up into those apartments and then instantly put on notice. It's 3 people holding here for NIP in perfect positions. This could end up being 11-4 indeed. NIP have the perfect setup for this. LDLC trying to charge through, flashbang in. Forrest picks up one and exists with a kill as well. Michael gets one off before he goes down, and that's going to be the end of the half here. NIP 11-4. Exist with the double. A strong statement for the Swedish team.
The key to victory here throughout this first half for NIP is the fact that time and time again they were able to get the first kill and thus limit LDLC and their options as far as gear is concerned, as far as what they had planned. And Mike Alele also being very versatile with his positioning. I mean, going up into apartments, we haven't actually seen him pull a JW yet, where you go up, you peek into second mid, you look for that frag. He chose now, the last round, to do that, and that completely caught LDLC off guard. They were spread out, they weren't looking towards it, and they just got completely caught out. So that is just, this is just fantastic play here from NIP. On LDLC, this is a very important map for LDLC. I mean, we've been saying it all day long. They're one of the very best teams in the world on Inferno. So for them to take only 4 rounds, I mean, this may be enough. This is still enough for LDLC.
I think once you only get 4 rounds, the deciding difference really does become the pistol round. Then you need to win that pistol round, because otherwise NIP probably will make it 14-4, and then LDLC have only to make 1 mistake through the rest of the game, and it costs them the map pretty much. It is doable, and we have seen in the past some pretty ridiculous 11-4 comebacks here. Titan have actually in the past been a bit ahead of those, but so have NIP. And I mean, LDLC, they do a lot of their work on the CT side, so I don't think we can count it out just yet. But definitely the pressure is on LDLC right now.
Agreed. One thing that is also very good to see here, I mean, Mikelele, he's really delivered quite a bit throughout this first half. I mean, he's sitting at 13 frags right now, just behind the leader, who is GetRight with 16. So GetRight as well. I mean, this is what you need to be seeing for NIP. GetRight sitting at the top of the scoreboard, Forrest and Mikelele just neck and neck. Freiberg not exactly leading, but then again, he's been the man who's just been taking these fights sitting on that B side, and he hasn't seen too much action over there. So really, everything going according to plan here for NIP.
Freiberg's whole first half can be summed up in that one round in the eco where he got the 2 kills in that bomb site. That made a massive difference. LDLC could have ended up at 6 rounds if we were that. We could have been a 9-6 and we would have a very different picture. Freiberg really did a lot in that one round. All right, a lot of grenades raining into the middle here, and it's the second half coming up here. Second map, grand finals time. NIP, are we gonna see a third map? Or is it gonna be the end here? LDLC are also looking for their first major win, and NIP are looking for the second one for themselves.
As LDLC are 1 half away. Now we have to see how they decide to play out this pistol. Very calm play from them, although NBK, interesting positioning here from him, actually looking to catch somebody off guard here from the bedroom. Not a common angle to be held here. Does Mikelele get caught by it, or is Mikelele only trying to cause a diversion? Because the action is going to be over on the B site, and Smith is in position, taking these fights and backing off in time long enough to stay alive. He does take one with him, and Yoshima, the blue boxes does manage to catch them out, but the kills are coming in for NIP as well, and now they have the man advantage.
They do. Shock's very low on health. He's going to go down as well as Forrest with a triple, leaving Happy alone. What a task ahead of him here. He's been carrying his team through this tournament quite a bit. Definitely a candidate for an MVP right now, and he's walking into the bomb site with a USPS in hand, just sneaking up, looking for the headshot. He takes one, going back into it, and he almost drops Forrest, but instead, it's a quad kill here for the legend, and that makes it 12-4. Now LDLC. And actually even better now, NIP have to just survive the CSET 75 and things are good.
Exactly, they just have to hang on in this second round now. LDLC also know exactly what's on the line here, so NIP, they get the perfect start to this second half and they go for a double SMG. I mean, Mikelele with the Bison, Freiberg with the MAC-10. When they have to know that LDLC aren't going to be messing around here. They aren't going to be ecoing in this.
And viewer discretion is advised. Please don't try this at home. MAC-10 and Bison in the grand finals against what they must absolutely know are armored targets is a big risk. Hiroshima looking for the 1D. Got 3 bullets left here, but he's going to be falling back for a second. He did do some good damage to Forrest anyway, and that's going to be Forrest going down. Shock's finding it with a headshot. CSET 75. NIP going back to the other bomb site, which is great news. If they charge through right now, they can catch MBK with almost no backup, but as they wait, the situation gets worse and worse. NIP don't have to commit to it. They have the time. And LDLC, though, they're in great positions here.
And Happy as well, taking a little bit of damage here, but he's going to go for the wild spray through. Doesn't get lucky and catch Mikelele, but still putting them on notice here. He still has 1 smoke as well. If he can wait just a little bit longer before he drops it off, it's really going to force Nip into an awkward position here. They will have to run through smoke versus CZs, and that can be suicide.
What we just saw is actually Shox looking for a tiny gap. Shox is right now controlling the whole NIP positional play. He knows exactly where they are. Smith's dropping really low on health. And I don't think Smith should have put up like this. I think they should have just stayed put. That would have been great. Freiberg goes and gets the kill. And now Shox is alone. That opened up a big opening back into the round here for NIP. They were boxed in as long as Shox was up there. He runs back in. He gets the 1 kill and falls back. That's now double for Shox, but he can't reload in time. 10 seconds for NIP. They need to get this bomb plant. They are getting this bomb plant. And now it should be good. Headshot rains in from Mikelele, leaving MBK alone. And he charges through with the CZ. 1 headshot, and that's all he gets. Very costly round. And I think LDLC actually played a very cool round there. They had so much information. Shoxy's position meant they knew that they were all boxed in or in banana for 100% fact. I think maybe Smith just actually didn't want to push. He just wanted to hide by the bench, and he got caught doing that. Because I think he wanted to play that as safe as he could.
Exactly, I totally agree. I mean, that's pretty much exactly what happened there, because Shoxy was there to cut it off as well. They wanted to just set a trap and make sure that Nip were boxed in at mid like that. So it didn't, I mean, timing sometimes, that's exactly how it plays out. Timing works, or doesn't. But now, NIP, they had to spend a lot of money this round that they were hoping to be able to save for the big buy round that would be incoming from LDLC. So now the question is, are they going to be able to get through this round unscathed? And they've already taken quite a bit of damage. But Michael is having a field day with this Bison. Double spray down for him. That's when you want the Bison, when they don't have the Kevlar.
They just need to get in and get the bomb down, because actually some really good kills have happened for Shox as well, and that's exactly what NIP are going to do. Now, what's really so funny about that Bison is after he got those 2 kills while holding down Mouse 1 for about half a minute, he still had 26 bullets left, so he could have killed way more people with it. It is actually a pretty good SMG when you're up against the unarmored target, as you said. Now, bomb goes down. Don't think LDLC can do much to win this round if they can just find a rifle, and Smith has found 1. Shox looking for a 3rd kill if he can. Pistol in hand. He will go down to assists. 2 kills and an AK stolen. That's actually a pretty good result for LDLC. They shouldn't be too sad about this one. But oh, Smith.
Oh no, he misses his timing. Michael has got the Bison, and he will get another frag. 3 kills, and Smiths, that was a mistake.
It was, and we saw the incredible aim punch effect there on Smiths. 1 body shot was all it took for Michael to basically win that duel. It's a big deal. 14-4. NIP have a 10-round lead. And now, I mean, the crowd is definitely working in favor of NIP now as well. LDLC, though, as you said, the 2nd best Inferno team in the whole world. This cannot be discounted. You can't rule them out yet.
No, you never can, not even in this scenario, because they have shown that they have an impeccable CT side. Losing that pistol is definitely the rocky start. The 10 rounds or 12 in a row is possible, because that's what they need here. All right, going to be the push up short here from Forrest, leading the way for NIP, creating opportunity perhaps. He didn't get killed, but he hasn't found anybody either here. So long as LDLC can play passive the way they have right now, this could work in their favor, because NIP, as we were saying on Dust 2, they definitely need the entry frag. And they got it nearly every round throughout their entire CT half.
I think on the terrorist side, I think NIP played Hellraisers in this tournament earlier, and Forrest had some mind-bending opening frags, especially in the middle here. So watch out for that. It could happen again. Smith is waiting right at the edge. Forrest walks right into it. Great opening from Smith. LDLC trying to shut it down early, and that's what they need. Michael looking at the edge here, but inside the bomb site, NBK, and I think we highlighted him in the pre-show as well. Definitely a very strong B-side player right now. Got the rifle in hand, is going to peek out here, and he does go down. Freiberg with the kill. Shox also taking that get right in the background, but might be a bomb time if they can drop. Happy, he's playing at the edge. He takes 1, and then he goes down to assist. 2-on-3, and NIP about to get a bomb time now. Can they defend it?
Exactly. Michael is going to be in a fairly positive position here with this AWP as well. He could look into construction, as we can see right here. Kirishima dancing on the edge, trying to draw out the shot, trying to figure out the positioning here of that sniper rifle. His mates are there, but Michael instantly gives him, and now it's going to be down to Shoxy alone as it exists, takes out his teammate Smith. Shoxy in a 1v2, and they've got the perfect crossfire to deal with him as well. Michael peeking out, could take the risk, and he will land the shot as well. NIP are now on map point versus LDLC, who just cannot seem to get it together on this map. And the crowd
take a moment to sample the atmosphere here at in Jönköping at DreamHack, because it's hitting the roof right now. The home crowd silenced on the first map as their team was losing. Now they're starting to feel it again, and there was a very distinct reason why that retake did not work for LDLC. They had not a single grenade. They couldn't throw a flashbang to get the first peek, no smokes to block off the AWP, no Molotovs to burn anyone up from any corners. They were running in there basically naked, and that's so hard to do. NIP had positions that could have been grenaded out, but they weren't. Shox goes down. It's map point for NIP. This could go the distance. Could definitely see a 3rd map here at the grand finals. Forrest follow up for the kill. Assist with 1. It's happening once again. Happy and MBK are left 2-on-5. I don't know where they get it from NIP, but it seems just when it matters the most, that's when they do their best work. NBK goes down, and it's all on Happy now, who's been an incredible player in this whole tournament, but this is too much for 1 max 7 and 1 in-game leader.
He's just going to run into the blender, takes the fight. He's going to get the frag, but it's going to take a bit too long, and NIP keep their hopes alive in this grand finals. They take out Inferno again. And we will be going to map 3, but I don't know what it is about NIP and this map, Inferno. They could go up against the best teams in the world on it, but when it comes to a final match, a final best of 3, no matter the odds, they get the win.
I don't have the answers. I really don't. I thought for sure that LDLC was going to win this map. I was impressed that LDLC managed to win Dust 2 as well as they did. But this is definitely something else. So third map coming up, a map that we know LDLC are very good on. And we're going to have to see how strong NIP could be on it. This has gone the full distance and it is not over yet. We'll have to see just a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit. But now let's go ahead and hear from the panel upstairs. Scoots, to you.